Myself, I've worked with animals most of my life, from pet stores to nature parks, anywhere from puppies to kitties to reptiles, alligators, and lizards to large parrots, vultures, camels, zebras, servals. So I've worked with animals for a long time. My fiance is a vet tech, and we met over at a comic book shop playing Magic the Gathering at a tournament, and it's been pretty interesting since then. As my video blog progresses, I'll keep giving you a little more about myself. But as of now, I am recovering from radiated iodine, from thyroid cancer. I had my thyroid completely removed, and also lymph nodes on my left side. And I started showing signs and symptoms from irregularity in my monthly cycles to weight gain. And also, I noticed that I was getting like a hump on the back of my neck, and I mean, the weight gain was just so quick. And I eat pretty clean. Not everybody's perfect, but it's very active. I was able to run 3 miles a day, and that all stopped pretty quickly. So I went to an endocrinologist after I got to Pennsylvania, and that's when they found the cancer. And they were pretty aggressive about getting it taken out and starting the radiation as soon as possible. And I've had complications from it. Your thyroid has what's called a parathyroid, which helps regulate your calcium. And my levels started dropping, like my protein, potassium, calcium, and I was coughing and broke 8 of my ribs in multiple places from coughing. And I was like, I can't breathe. Oh no, you're fine. It's, probably from the tube that was in your throat from the surgery, or it's probably from the surgery. You'll be fine. No, I really can't breathe. And finally, I was treated for broken ribs, just pain medication and rest, and that didn't take as long to heal as I thought it would. So that was good. And right after that is when I started my radiation. I had to postpone the radiation for a little bit until my ribs were healed and my levels were fine. And as soon as I was done with radiation, we packed up a camper and drove like 1,700 miles and found a campground here, got jobs. We're both working 2 jobs and kicking butt, and I'm really excited about moving forward from the trauma and the issues that I've had the past year. So it's been crazy. As soon as we got to Texas, I ended up with a emergency surgery from a spider bite that turned to cellulitis, they waited 4 days to drain the abscess, which should have been, even the surgeon said, should have been lanced even sooner than that. They tried just antibiotics at first, and now I'm going to wound care, and it's just about finished up. It was 5 inches long, 3 inches deep. Now it's about 3 inches long and 1.5 centimeters deep, but I have to pack it with silver mesh and have a bandage on. Not exactly fun, but I've been feeling a lot better now that I'm on my thyroid medication, and we've been meal planning, and of course we have our cheat days, but it's not even worth it. When we have our cheat days, we're like, well, why did we even do that? The food we make at home is a lot better. So, little backgrounds on where I'm at now, and I'm hoping to do this video blog to keep myself motivated and hope maybe even motivate other people, because I know that just about anything's possible when you put your mind to it. Everybody says that when it comes to, positive outlooks and stuff, but I just want my life back, and I want to be able to run again. I want to be active again. It wasn't long ago where it was almost like my fiance was taking care of me. I couldn't even get my dogs out into their playpen and bend over. I was winded carrying anything. So that's where I'm at. I got a lot more of my strength back. I've been working over at a pet store 8 hours a day, and I've been on my feet. At first, it was almost excruciating, and now I'm building strength up to where I'm able to work a full 8 hours with very little pain, and it's just towards the end of the day. So my bosses have been like utmost thoughtful and understanding about my situation, which helps because it's just making me want to do better so I can help them in their businesses. I'm also doing companionship in nursing, and I'm trying to thrive and trying to make our lives better. And my fiance his name is Jam, so I'll just start calling him Jam. Now you know his name's Jam. Jam has been supporting us since we got the camper, and we've been in the camper since August. So 6 months. It's been like 6 months we've been in the camper. And originally we were like, well, maybe we can do the camper living and save money for a house by living, almost micro size. But when you add it up, and we're living further away from the city, so gas money, and then our stuff's in storage, so there's putting money up for storage. We're saving a little bit, but not as much as we'd like to. But it did get us to Texas, and it did get us through that point to where when I was in the hospital when we first got here, and I wouldn't have been able to help support us, it got us through that bump. So there's a reason for everything. It just ended up working out perfectly. So now we're on the hunt to look for places and get that money aside. And I'm sure throughout my updates you'll be able to see our welcome home video and the excitement that we'll have being able to have our own space again. When we were in Florida, we shared an apartment, and it was a lot easier. It was a lot nicer having all of our stuff. Some of our stuff we haven't unpacked when we were in Pennsylvania from Florida, and it's going to be like Christmas when we open those boxes and seeing all the memories and all the stuff that we've collected and built together. I'm looking forward to that the most. And I don't have much to say. I'm still nervous in front of the camera, but again, this is also going to help me when I start doing my food journaling, that I'll have to face the camera and say, this is what I ate, this is what I did, and be accountable for what I'm doing. So I appreciate the views and any feedback.